Hello everyone, welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie.
Hey, I'm Candace. Welcome back. Well, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about what we don't like about eBay.
We're going to pretend like we're the CEO of eBay and we get to make tomorrow's our first day at work.
Yes.
And we get to make some changes. Now, some of this is going to be a little negative towards eBay, but let me say, first of all, we love selling on eBay.
Yes.
We sell on eBay, we list on eBay and sell on eBay every single day. We love having the opportunity to do so. These are just some ideas we have to make things better. And eBay has made a lot of things better over the past few years. They've given us more photos, they've given us video in the listings.
Research.
The research thing, it's out to 3 years now on Therapy.
On the app.
Yeah, it's coming on the app too. They've done a lot of good work as far as like getting people to pay for offers, or knowing that whenever you get an offer, typically now it's already going to be like, if you accept, you're going to get paid right away. Like they're doing a lot of things like that, and they're doing more. But we thought we would talk about other things that we think.
Some things we would like to see change.
Your first day as CEO, you walk into your big fancy office, you sit down behind your desk, and what is your first act as eBay
My
CEO?
very first act would be to kill promoted listings. They'd be gone, out of here. I would make an even playing field for all the sellers. The search results would be based on titles, and using this new fancy AI scanning the descriptions to return the search results.
And I have problems with promoted listings. I know it's a huge money maker for eBay, and that's why this is not a very realistic one, this first one. But my problem with promoted listings is not even the money. I don't think promoted listings serve the customer or serve the seller.
Yep.
The customer should always be served with the best item, what eBay thinks is the best item for whatever they search for. That's what eBay should be serving that customer with as far as the search results go. I think eBay has lost their way as far as that goes. They're like, how can we make the most money? What makes us the most money? Instead of, how can we best serve our customers and let the money follow and let your platform grow, let more customers come in. I see a lot of times whenever I'm searching for comps, I search one thing and I get bombarded with promoted listings, people probably paying 10% or more, promoted listings for items that I did not search for.
Yep.
That's a waste of space. It doesn't serve those sellers, because I'm not going to buy the item. I'm not going to buy it anyway because I'm just comping, but still. But it doesn't, like, eBay needs to like regain focus, serve your customers, and your customers are our customers that buy the items from us, but your customer is also us. Like, promoted listings doesn't serve us or our customers.
Yeah.
So refocus on that to serve the people that pay you. Like, it's not going to happen, but that's my plea.
That's our first wish.
That's our first wish. And if Candace, I would make you CEO if you would do that on day one.
Okay.
Everybody hates promoted listings.
Vote for Candace.
And if promoted listings aren't good enough, we have advanced promoted listings and super premium platinum promoted listings. Right, where does it end? At some point, instead of trying to like squeeze every dime out of every how do you stone or something?
Squeeze blood out of a turnip?
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, instead of trying to like squeeze every possible cent out of every transaction, do things that might grow the platform to where you just get more transactions. You can make more money that way, and we can all make more money.
I can't imagine how frustrated it is to buyers when they go to search for something and can't find what they're looking for. They find this other stuff. And that kind of brings us into the next thing we would change. Simplify item specifics. There's too many item specifics. They're being abused, which is affecting the search results also. And I think it's too many cooks in the kitchen or something.
It's too much time.
Yeah, well, that too.
For your sellers, it's so much time just to make a listing. There's like, you'll list like a little widget, and there's 100 different. Let me pull it up. Here's an example. This is a simple hearing amplifier thing, and look, here's all the little blanks you could possibly fill out here. Look at them. Look at all these blanks. It's ridiculous. It should not be this complicated to make a listing. Especially, look at all the, it's like trying to fly a 747.
I know. Like I said, with AI should be able to scan whatever information you want attached to your listing. AI should be able to scan the description and pull from that.
Right.
We should not have to have all these items specific.
No, you don't have to have all those little spots. If you use AI to do things like that, it can look at the images, see what color it is. Mm-hmm. It can read our description. It can take like a title with a known item and know what that item does based on other people's listings too. Like it has.
Yeah, we're not saying eliminate, but simplify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do want to put like brand and maybe size stuff, like like a few item specifics. But you don't need all this other stuff.
Candace, even those will be in the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I think you could do away with most of that. Mm-hmm. Like look on other platforms, Mercari, Poshmark.
They don't have all that.
They don't do all that junk.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do all that.
Right.
And like you said, it lets people manipulate search results too, because you could put stuff in there, item specifics, you can hide stuff, keyword spam, and all kind of other stuff in there.
Yeah, whenever you search for something and it pulls up something completely different, that's probably what happened. I'm searching for a Princess Leia action figure, and I get a Chewbacca action figure.
Because somebody put Chewbacca in the specifics.
Chewbacca in the item specifics, yeah. Our next item on our list is show handling time instead of estimated delivery date. This is when a seller is going to buy an item, and this is what eBay shows them. Okay, so,
oh look, there's a Furby. I want that so bad. We were comping earlier, that's why I was there. I want that so bad. And eBay will tell you you'll get it between here and here. Instead of doing that, because this is wrong a lot of times, or not wrong, but it's
especially around the holidays.
Yeah, just say seller. Just put a handling time instead. Seller will ship. Seller will ship by, and then put that date tomorrow. Or seller will ship by
seller
Wednesday.
Ships in one business day or what? Yeah. That's how most businesses do it. They don't tell you you'll get it by a certain day. They tell you when your item's going to ship.
Right, because now you're making promises. You may say estimated, but when people see estimated, they ignore that.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, you promise it's going to get here between this date and that date.
Or they think this day here, that the last day is the last time that they would get it,
Right, and you're making a promise based on a delivery service that we don't control and eBay don't control. Yep. So just say when we're going to ship it. That would be good. Yep. I would like to see that too for my own benefit.
Yep. Next item on the list, prompt customer to verify address before placing the order. So many times we have buyers buy an item from us and then we'll get a message, oh, I forgot to change my address. I've moved and I didn't change it in the system yet. So all we're asking is a little box to pop up saying, please verify this is where you want your item shipped to.
Like a little nag screen.
Yes.
And then you hit OK or edit.
Yep.
It would take 1 second. Another thing that eBay can do regarding addresses, this is a little more minor. It comes up every now and then. A lot of times, especially when you're shipping somewhere like, I found this a lot of times, shipping to Puerto Rico for some reason. Mm-hmm. They'll have an address line that is like 50 characters long. However, when you go to buy your label on from eBay, it'll say like maximum length is 40 characters.
Yep.
And so now you got to figure out, okay, well, I got to move this part of it up a line or down a line or whatever to the second address line. We should not have to do that. Address should be vetted and good before we ever get it.
Yeah.
But that's on eBay's side to vet these addresses. So And when I try to reach out to the customer, I'm like, hey, would you fix your address? Well, it always worked before. Well, other sellers are just moving it for them. I don't like screwing with the address at all, though. I feel like as soon as I touch it, now it's going to be my fault if there's something wrong.
Correct. Next wish: extend sales data to at least 5 years. We're talking about the product research tab, or as some people know it, Terapeak, and also our own personal sales data on our store. We'd like to see it go from 3 to at least 5 years.
Yep, and eBay may actually be doing this. It used to be we only had like 90 days look back on any sale, on any information at all.
Yep.
And then they started doing Terapeak, and it was like 2 years.
Yep.
And now Terapeak, our product research, goes all the way out to 3 years. And good news, they announced recently they're going to add product research to the mobile app, which this is awesome. All I'm asking, can we go 5 years with it?
Yeah, we want more.
We do want more. Like, it's awesome. Like, since they've extended it, we used to pay, or we currently pay for a Worth Point subscription that goes back a lot longer than that. But we find since they extended it to 3 years, we're using Worth Point less and less and less.
Yep. I think if it went to 5 years, we would definitely never use it.
That'd be a wrap. If it went to 5, and then maybe they're going to do that. Maybe it's just a waiting game.
They have to build up the data.
To collect the data.
Yeah.
Like we might find by next year. So.
Yeah, it went from 2 to 3. Next year it may be 4, or this coming year.
Right.
And then it'll be 5. So
I'm hoping so.
we hope so.
But yeah, extending that data out would be nice. And you know what? Storing data on hard drives or SSDs or whatever, it's way cheaper than it was years ago. So there's no excuse not to do it anymore.
Next item is, say you have someone wanting to buy 2 or more items from you and they want their shipping combined. We need that simplified. So we need a good solution for how the buyer can, with a click or 2 of the button, request a total from us for combined shipping on multiple items.
Yeah.
Right now, like our store, we have set up for immediate payment. So because of that, they don't have the option to request an invoice from us. We need some kind of solution for that.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
We don't know what that solution would be, but we need a solution. And I think eBay knows that too.
Yeah.
I don't think they can figure out the combined shipping, but they can do they can make some way that makes sense for, like, if I look at someone's store and I put them in a bundle like you would on like Poshmark or Mercari, and then they just put a shipping price on it, and now that becomes an offer.
Yes.
And then they can buy it or not, and then while they're deciding, other people can still buy it. Something like that could work.
Or the seller could have the option to have the item on hold for this person for like 24 hours.
Or how about 10 minutes?
Yeah,
or an
something.
hour?
Yeah, something.
I mean, there's all kind of different ways you could work that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is.
We need a
but
solution.
we get asked about combined shipping all the time.
Yeah.
And it's always this monster headache. And then sometimes, like, okay, I'll edit this or do that, and then sometimes you've already sent an offer on it.
Or we have to create a whole new listing for all the items together.
Right.
Or you'll have them buy it and then you refund some of the shipping, which they usually don't like that, you know. So yeah, we need it simplified. Next item, show condition details on the app clearly. I would love for it to be just right there when they look at the listing and not have to click something else to get to it.
Right.
We're going to show you what we're talking about.
It's so bad. Like, okay, so this is one of our listings here. And it's so bad because, like, this is an expensive thing here. It does have some issues. And when you get down here, it's about this item. That's where the condition is. Whenever you fill out your condition details on the listing, that's where it's buried. And then you do see a description, or at least a good part of it anyway here. But what you don't see, you tap here, then here's our condition here, and then you have to tap here to show more. So the workaround we've done for years, because we know that the condition is not visible easily, is we just always put the same exact information in the description and the condition, and that's dumb.
Yes.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't do that.
Right.
Shouldn't have to do that.
That's all we have to say about that.
Simple fix.
The next thing we'd like to see change is how auctions end, or the option for another way. Lonnie had this great idea.
Well, it wasn't my idea. Like, this is like, I'm not taking credit for this idea, but I would love to see soft close auctions. As a buyer, I participated in quite a few soft close auctions, and I could tell you, like, storage units are like that usually. The storage unit sites are like that.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody makes a bid for 1,000, there is an end time.
Right.
But then if a bid comes in, the end of the auction, I think, is extended out by like 3 or 5 minutes to give other people a chance to bid.
Basically, you'd be eliminating sniping.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like any auction you go to, like a live auction you go to, and say we're bidding on that robot.
Yeah.
There's not like a time, like at 9:30 p.m. bidding is over. If Candace bids 5 and I bid 7, they don't say, okay, it's over, you win for 7. No, they look at Candace and they're like, what do you think?
Yeah.
And you have like...
You have time to, not a lot of time, but you do have time to decide if you want to bid again.
Yeah, live you would have, maybe 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And maybe you wave them off or whatever.
Yeah.
But you would have an amount of time to respond to that last bid. And auctions are... In a lot of ways, auctions are pretty dead on eBay.
Yeah.
This might help, revitalize it. And as a buyer, I could tell you, I do not like soft close auctions.
I don't either.
You know why?
Why?
Because you pay more. As a seller, I want to make more.
Yep.
And as eBay should want us to make more too, because then that's higher final value fees.
Yep. I don't think it's a bad idea. I would like to see an option to do one or the other, maybe.
Okay.
But that may not work.
That might be kind of confusing for the buyers.
Probably so.
But then they're like, oh, which kind is this or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think soft close auctions might be a win though, and you wouldn't have to make it. Maybe you would only extend it out by 30 seconds or something. Online, it's just click, 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 or tap, tap, tap. You don't need a ton of time.
No, you don't need 5 minutes.
You can make it 10 to 20 seconds,
Yep. Next thing on our list is a shorter window for returns and item not as described returns.
Mostly item not as described.
Yeah. We feel, especially since we've been selling on other platforms, we've kind of been noticing how they do things, that 30 days is a very long time for someone to sit on an item and then at day 29 decide, wait, this is not what I want, or this is not what I thought it was. I feel like they should know within a week of receiving that item if it's something they want to return or not.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I understand that we have the option to offer no returns or 14-day returns or 30-day returns. We choose to do 30-day free returns because we're trying to save on the final value fees, but the top rated seller plus. I also think it's kind of bad that sellers can choose. Why do we have the ability to even choose the return time?
Yeah. Because
on other platforms, you don't choose that.
Etsy, you have some flexibility there.
You do?
Yeah, Mercari and Poshmark, no. And yeah, especially for item not as described. I mean, do they need 30 days to realize, hey, these shoes are red, they're not green?
Right. Yeah, I almost, like, there are definitely some things I don't like about Mercari, but one thing I think Mercari does just a fantastic job of is the way that, okay, customer receives item. They now have 3 days to say they have a problem with the item.
Yep.
Or to give you a good feedback and accept the item. And once they accept the item, it's over, it's done, case closed. There's nothing, no returns.
Or once the 3 days has passed, it's closed.
Or once the 3 days is over, Mercari closes it for them if they didn't take action yet.
Yep.
And now it's final. Sales are final.
Yep.
And I don't maybe eBay wouldn't want to do that. And now Mercari does hold your money until they verify that. But in our experience, it works very well. It really does. And like you said, day 29, hey, this thing isn't working quite like I thought it would, or you said it would, or I noticed this or that. Well, yeah, after 30 days, it's used.
I wore these jeans for a week straight and they have a hole in them now. They're no good.
So yeah, I mean, like the 30-day INAD window is ridiculous. And you see, like, even Amazon is starting to tighten up on their return policies and charging for some returns and stuff now too. I'd understand though if eBay had some pushback, because you do balance that with buyer confidence, which is also very important.
It's very important. And finally, last thing on our list is to allow sellers to leave neutral or negative feedback. Lonnie's laughing at, because I came up with this one. I don't so much feel like maybe leaving negative feedback, but at least neutral.
Where you could drop a warning for the next guy.
Exactly. Yeah. And I know why they did away with that, because of retaliation.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, so sellers have no idea what they're getting into when someone's buying from them, you know?
And buyers have no idea what they're getting into when someone's selling to them.
Well, they do have feedback that could reflect it.
That's true.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't want it to be like this. We run a Facebook group, Reseller Water Cooler, and we see a lot of stories, you know, this buyer did this or that, and I would say probably 25 to 30% of the stories we see about how they were wronged, I'm actually looking at it and I'm like, actually, it sounds like you're the bad guy here.
Yeah.
You know, and even though they don't see it that way. So I just don't like, what if someone like really buys a lot of stuff on eBay and they have a poor experience with a seller and now they're leaving red marks on their account and they're good customers. They just ran into a jerk seller. Yeah. That's the only thing I'm worried about, you know?
Well, then I feel like they should have the option to have it removed at that point.
Yeah, but they don't work for eBay. You know what I mean? Like
they kind of do. They're paying eBay's payroll.
Yeah, but I mean, they're customers. They shouldn't have to deal with that.
I know.
You know?
I don't know. I feel like there should be something in place. I don't know.
There's a reason they got rid of it.
I know they did. I know. Used to be able to. I remember used to be able to look at people's feedback and see what they've been buying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it used to, back in the day, we'll show our age a little bit. Back in the day, your username was your email address.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Your email address was just like plastered there for everyone to see.
Everything was out there.
And I mean, there was a time when you could refuse to sell to someone that had a certain number of negatives.
Right. You could put that as a setting in your account. They cannot buy from me if they have more than 2 negatives.
I just see so many potential pitfalls, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I know we'd be responsible with that kind of power. I don't know if everyone would.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that one? I mean, it's real easy to just say, yeah, let the sellers leave feedback, but then actually think about the potential chaos that could ensue. Like anytime somebody would do an INAD,
they're going to leave them a negative feedback.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And it might be a legit INAD.
Yeah.
Maybe they just disagree.
Or, I mean, maybe if it's a return type situation, you don't have the option to leave feedback.
But then on the other hand, the problem is, what if you get scammed on something?
Yeah.
Like truly do. Mm-hmm. And you want to let other people know you can't.
Yeah, I know.
I get that part.
Yeah.
I get that part. Well, what did y'all think of our list? Y'all agree with any of these or have some to add? If you do, please put them down below.
Because I am going to own eBay one day, and I will listen.
That's what we're doing, huh? Oh, you're going to listen to everybody? You're going to change. By the time you get there, you're going to change, just like the rest of them did. We do have a few orders to pull, though.
Yep, let's pull orders.
Okay, we are going to pull our, let's see, we have eBay and
a Mercari order.
And a Mercari order.
Mercari. Okay, first item, CC5. It's a deer call.
Okay.
Cracker Boy.
Man, I've had this forever. A long time. This was actually, I listed this a long time. Somehow it got unlisted or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. And then I relisted it again. I mean, I'm talking years and years. Listen.
Oh, we could have fun with the dogs with that, huh?
I think I put a little video in there.
I'm sure I'm working.
Yeah.
$19.99 for that one. We sold another pattern, P10. How many do we have left?
P10. Not very many. I mean, these things are selling, like, this is supposed to be long tail kind of stuff, and it just isn't. Yeah. We still have a pretty good many left. It'll take up, I'm hoping this is it Reagan? Primrose Lane?
No.
No? Okay.
Primrose Lane Infants Mop. PL022.
Oh, that is it.
Oh, I don't have Reagan in the title.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, 0 to 18 months. Yep.
That is it.
Okay. $13.49 for that. Man, we're selling CC stuff today. CC5, the Bronco.
Might be some inventory locations are luckier than others. Okay.
Well, let's just put everything there.
Well, we can. We haven't noticed, like, some inventory locations we just load up and then it sells instantly. Others do not. I just listed. I just listed this yesterday.
$19.99 for that.
Okay.
Cool little truck. 6 Delta Hot Wheels Bone Shaker.
6 Delta?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it is right here. Kind of spread these cars out all over the place. Yeah, this is a nice looking car.
That's all for $85.49.
Nice.
We sold a Big Daddy Nutcracker.
Oh, good.
Thief of Baghdad.
All right. I think I know.
I think he's the
Oh,
only
there's
one.
a steamer up here.
Oh, yeah. We got other stuff up here that's not even.
Yeah, we only have. Wait, which one? It's not.
with the
It's him.
keys, yeah.
Oh, it's the one that says Thief of Baghdad.
Yeah, that would be the one.
Okay, can't get nothing past me. Yeah, he got him a little sack of goodies there, huh?
Yeah. I'm sure he came about those by honorable means.
Yeah, probably put in a good hard day's work.
$104.99.
Okay, who makes this?
Steinbach.
Oh, this is Steinbach. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking cracker.
It is. All right, next item, Star Wars Greedo action figure, 9 Charlie I.
Charlie. Oh, it's actually 9 Delta.
Oh yeah.
Guess it's this.
Does it have an eye on it?
Yeah, that's an eye. I'll
I'll open it and verify.
Yeah, that's your eye, right? The lowercase I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else would it be?
I'll put them in the back of a pickup truck.
$29.99. And then on Mercari, we sold a baseball glove. It's on CC10. It's a rolling softball glove.
CC10.
$27 for that, shipping included.
Okay, so basically we got like $20 for the
Yeah.
glove, something like that.
Yep, I did take an offer because we didn't pay fees on it.
Yeah, well, so shipping's probably gonna be like $7. And something to note about Mercari, they do charge that service fee, and I've seen, and they don't tell you what the service fee is gonna be percentage wise. But Candace is covering up names or whatever. But look, here is the
I think they messed this one up.
But you made 20. I don't think they did.
Okay.
It's just not always the same. You made $27, which we have to take our shipping out of. Service fee, 27 cents. I've seen that service fee range anywhere from, in this case, 1% up to 10%.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's based on category or what. I don't know what it's based on because they don't tell you.
Yeah. They didn't pay very many fees. So
That's the part that they're really deceptive about.
Yeah.
Is that service fee. And I guess since we did free shipping on that, since we did free shipping, I think we also, like if there ends up being a return for this, then I think we have to eat that.
I've heard people say that, and I looked, and I didn't find any evidence of that. I'll look into that while you're packing.
Macari is very...
Yeah. I don't know how that got started, but I'll look again and make sure they haven't changed it. But when I looked, I didn't see that anywhere.
So what we're talking about is we have heard that with the returns now, because you could do returns on Macari during that 3-day window. They used to not have returns unless it was item not as described. And what we're hearing, but we haven't seen evidence of on Macari itself or experienced it, is that if you use a Macari label, then if you have a return, Macari will cover the shipping on the return. Now, we don't know that to be true. This is just what we've heard.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that would come from. But if you do free shipping and buy the postage yourself, allegedly, if there is a return, then you have to cover the return.
Yeah.
Which is basically what we're already doing on eBay.
Yeah.
So from our vantage point, it's business as usual.
Yeah.
So
I will definitely look into that right now and see if they've updated the wording on that to be more clear. So I'll go take a look at that.
As bad as I thought eBay's communication with sellers was, Macari's actually worse. I didn't think it could get much worse than eBay. I was wrong.
Very foggy.
eBay does at least attempt to communicate. Macari doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
They bury everything in like long user agreements and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not very clear. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff packed. Okay, we have scoured this page here, which is refunds and returns. I'll put a link to it. But what I can see is right here. It says when a return is approved, Macari provides a free shipping label to the buyer. And I searched label over and over, and I was just looking to see if there's anything that said that it mattered. I didn't find anything.
Yeah, the only exception is if the item weighs over 50 pounds.
I'm not selling something over 50 pounds on Macari.
Right. So if it's over 50 pounds, then yes, the seller has to pay the return shipping. And it says it right here. Sellers are required to provide shipping labels for the buyer to return items that are over 50 pounds. So the fact that they added that in tells me that they're covering everything else.
Yeah, they're just taking it out of the fees and crap they charge. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, well, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we will see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.